Are you getting your 8 hours of sleep in and you're still tired? Did you have big plans on Saturday to do all these things, but then by the time 2 o'clock rolls around, you want a nap? In this video, I've got 10 reasons of why you might be tired throughout the day. Reason number one, circadian rhythm. It's out of whack. What the heck is a circadian rhythm? A circadian rhythm is your body's internal system that regulates wakefulness and drowsiness. So if you've ever had it where you've been waking up at a certain time without an alarm clock and going to bed and feeling drowsy at the same time, that means you were in sync with your clock. Most people don't go to bed at the same time and get up at the same time, and that's why they're always tired. Number two, you're living a sedentary lifestyle. You should track your step counter and see if you're over 3,000 to 5,000 steps a day. If you're under that, you're probably not doing a lot of moving around and your body's just not oxygenated. I know that I'm guilty of having days where I just don't feel like doing anything and I'll lay around a bit. And what happens is I get a lack of motivation to do anything. So I always make sure to win my day. When I begin my day, I always win my day with getting some exercise and doing everything that I need to get done. And if I feel tired throughout the day, I move around. But if you're consistently living a sedentary lifestyle, then you're not moving around a lot. You're maybe walking 3,000 steps in a day, and that's a dreadful amount. That's pretty bad. So make sure you're getting a regular exercise and you're not living the sedentary lifestyle by sleeping, waking up, going into work, sitting at the desk all day, then going home and sitting at the couch all day. It's gonna slowly kill you and it's gonna make you tired. That's reason number two. Number three, your posture sucks. So if you're hunched over and you're sitting down, or even if you have bad posture when you're standing, you're not getting enough oxygen. You're not taking in full breaths. You're taking in quarter breaths. You're taking in half breaths, but you're not taking in full breaths. And that is why you're feeling tired, because you're just not staying oxygenated. And this also pairs in with my reason number two of being sedentary. So reason number three, make sure that when you're sitting at a desk that you're actually sitting up and you're sitting proper and taking in full breaths. Train yourself to take in full breaths and not this, like quarter breaths and things that people do when they're hunched over and they're compressing their lungs. Number four, you're sleeping with your phone. Sleeping with your phone is terrible. Why? Because it emits light at random times. It might go off. You might have a notification from something. Some people, it blows my mind to think that some people actually leave their phones in their bed at full volume so they can get notifications of so-and-so posted this on Facebook, or somebody did this, and it's going off nonstop. So your brain is constantly in a spasm mode. So don't ever sleep with your phone. The light that it emits alone, even just from if it has an always on screen, just the little bit of light that can emit, it's going to cause issues. And then the other thing is light pollution. So I tied this in with reason number four. Reason number four is light pollution, but I tied in the phone with it. So don't have your phone near you. Don't even have it in arm's length to reach for it. Keep your phone away, face down, so you can't see the light that it's being emitted. And then the other thing is always make sure you can darken your room and have curtains completely black out everything so that you're not getting street lights and crap like that inside your room to disturb your sleep, because light pollution is another sleep killer. And I don't have to say that when you get the light pollution, the following day you're going to feel that lack of quality sleep. Number five, you're eating too much before bed. They say about 2 to 3 hours should be your last meal before bed. Sometimes that's not possible for some people. Some people need to eat right before bed, but I'm telling you right now that eating a big meal before bed can actually disrupt your sleep, so your sleep quality is going to suffer. because your body's working on digesting the food that you ate. So it's not actively resting. And because of the amount of energy it's using to break down that food, you're not going to have a good quality sleep. So that's number 5. You're eating too close to the time that you go to bed. Number 6, you have food intolerances or allergies. If you wake up and you go to Mickey D's and you get your Egg McMuffin and then you get to work, and by the time you get to work you're feeling a little bit of brain fog and you're feeling, oh, I just can't focus, and I think issues like that, you might have an allergy to maybe wheat or eggs or something like that. There's a lot of people that are allergic to nuts and things like that too. But they don't really, some foods they're not even really aware that they're allergic to. But if you ever have a brain fog, tiredness issue throughout the day, it might be something that you're regularly eating that is not agreeing with you, and this can cause tiredness. So that might be something to look into. If you're feeling tired throughout the day. You might very well be having a reaction to something you're eating, and that's causing you a very subtle tiredness, blah feeling. Number 7, you're drinking way too much caffeine too late in the day. So they actually did a study, I'll post up here quick. There was about 40 people in the study, and it was 40 healthy adults that they were conducting the study for, and they were looking at how energy drinks were affecting these adults, and they found that the energy drink would actually work for hours after they drank it, but the following day they would get a lack of performance and energy. So you could get energy drink hangovers. That's a thing. So if you're drinking those power shots and all those energy drinks and things like that, that might very well be a habit that you want to cut, so that you're not suffering and paying for that the following day. Number 8, you're stressed out, you're anxious, you're sitting up all night and you're thinking about the following day's events and what you have to do and what you need to do, and oh, I gotta do this, and I gotta take the dog to the vet, and I gotta get the oil changed, and if you're thinking about all that stuff and you're not aware of it, your mind's running rampant and it's taking control of your ability to wind down and go to bed. And if you're in that camp and you have that issue, my advice is to try to find some de-stressing methods. My method for this is, if I wake up in the middle of the night and I have a lot running through my mind, my method is to simply focus on my breath and tell myself I'm calming, I'm going into a relaxed state, and I just repeat that, and I focus on my breath, and I try to just shut down my brain. And usually by focusing on my breath and not getting hooked into my thoughts, I can get back into a restful state and fall asleep. So that's my tip for that. Number 9, you're in the same environment. This is a weird one, not many people think about, but this has worked for me. Let's say you're sitting working in your office all day. What if you get out, if this is possible, what if you go to a coffee shop or something like that where you can do some work? I'm not sure right now if people in your area, if you can go to a public place, but if you could go to the library or a co-op workspace or places like that, try to change your environment, especially now if you're working at home. Just changing the room that you're in can have a profound effect on your alertness. If you move to effect on your alertness and the brightly lit room versus a darker room. But just the main takeaway here is changing your environment, and be aware when you change your environment, be aware of the shot of energy and motivation that you can get. When we're at home, our brains can be conditioned to all these distractions. We're wondering what's on TV, what's going on here, what's going on in this room. But if you can get out and go to a different environment, this has helped me 100% at re-energizing myself and getting a second wind when I needed it. Even if it was just going to the library and you sit at the library, the distractions and all the outside noise is gone. So you can totally focus on what you have to do, and you actually are not going to be tired. So you might be tired because you're in the same environment, in and out every day, and it's just too hard to stay focused. And because of the boredom, it actually makes you tired. All right, my last reason why you might be tired is alcohol. Did you know that any amount of alcohol can actually disrupt your sleep? Even if you just have a nightcap, even if you just have your regular nightcap, it can screw up your sleep. 1 beer, 2 beers, it doesn't matter. Any amount of ethanol will screw up your sleep. So you have to dodge the night. If you're a nightly drinker and you like to have your bourbon before bed or your whiskey, it's screwing up your sleep. I hate to break it to you, but that habit is screwing up your sleep. So drop the alcohol each night. If you're doing it Saturday and Sunday, or Saturdays, Fridays, a couple times a week, probably not going to have profound effects. But if you are doing it every day, you're screwing up your sleep and you're not allowing your body to get a perfect restful sleep, and thus you're tired the following day. I know that ethanol actually prevents the body from getting into a deep sleep state. So that is reason number 10. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Those are my 10 reasons of why you might be tired.